Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, July 27th and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. First up, there probably, I think, was a Google update last weekend. Probably starting somewhere around Friday or Saturday around July 21st. There was lots of definitely chatter and so forth. It wasn't significant. It wasn't hugely significant. Wasn't like the whole world like a panda or a penguin update, but I definitely think there was some type of update. I don't think it was major, but again, nobody at Google confirmed anything and nothing's really going on there, so definitely take a look at your rankings and see if anything's going on over there with you. Around that, Google also has updated the search quality raters guidelines. It has nothing to do with the algorithms directly, has nothing to do with that update, has nothing to do with any of that type of stuff. Your website wouldn't hurt when this is released. It's just a guideline around people, external, non-Googlers, who are paid as consultants to go ahead and rate how relevant they think the search results are. We covered this topic a billion times, but again, this is just a document for Google to actually use to say, hey, are our algorithms doing what they're supposed to be doing? It doesn't really, they're not people that rate your website or anything like that. And they released it. There's a lot of cool things that have been updated here, including this that Jamie has posted around page quality ratings, the most important factors, if you can see that over there. And then Jennifer Slegg went ahead and did her huge recap of what happened there, so definitely take a look at that. There was a lot of talk around the Google Quality Ratings Guidelines because it was removed sometime yesterday morning, really early. Sorry, Google said that was a technical glitch, and then around noon, by 1 p.m. Eastern, that document has been posted again. It was just a glitch. It wasn't removed intentionally. It seems like there was absolutely no change from the first update on July 20th to this reposting of that document. So it probably was just a glitch. Interesting enough, there's a lot of talk around how does this matter? Should SEOs be reading it and so forth? And what's interesting on that note is John Mueller said this morning in the Webmaster Hangout that he has not yet read the updated version of the Google Quality Guidelines. I'm not sure if he even read the first version, but he said he hasn't updated. He has not read that first. He has not read the updated version of it. And of course, SEOs are arguing back and forth. Do you think it's critical for SEO? And of course, no, I don't think it's critical for SEO. But I think if somebody reads it, gets a good understanding of what's going on, I think it will just make people realize how to create better websites and what Google's trying to rank in their Google algorithm, and Google would be proud to have your website in their search results. That's what Google wants, to have good results in their search results, and the quality raters, at least they're supposed to. These are the metrics that Google, or the overall theme of what Google wants to have in their search results based on queries and so forth. So in any event, it doesn't have a direct impact on your SEO, but it's definitely probably worth a read. Do I think John Mueller should have read it? I don't think he has to. I think it wouldn't change any of his advice going forward. Google AdWords has done it. They changed their name to Google Ads. They actually did a 302 redirect from AdWords to ads.google. So from adwords.google.com 302s to ads.google.com. I'm not sure why a 302. That's the big fun controversy topic around that. But after 18 years or so of being AdWords, Google has changed it to Google Ads. Google also announced a beta version of a new structure markup called Speakable. It's basically a way for news publishers to get their content into Google News, into Google Assistant or Google Home and stuff like that, where you can actually say, hey, Google, and then ask it to tell you the news about a certain topic. Again, this is a new schema. I hope to add this to Search Engine Roundtable soon. We'll see. It seems pretty easy to add, so we'll see what happens. Definitely take a look at that if you are a news publisher. It's definitely worth experimenting with. It doesn't seem hard at all. It's a beta, so it probably will change, but it's definitely fun to play with. Google also announced, I don't think it's live yet, new events search results. I don't think there's any new schema around that, but basically they have these new landing pages that you click on these events, and it'll actually take you to a drill down to save the event, share it, get directions, learn more about the time, the place, the tickets, and so forth right there. I don't think it's fully live yet, but it is out, and Google's really pushing this event stuff going forward. Google's John Mueller said this morning in a Hangout that Google can technically combine or fold together different URLs on your website into one single URL, kind of like Canonical or 301, before they actually crawl the page. They could do this based on certain patterns and so forth, which is very interesting. I'm not going to get into detail, but it's definitely worth reading this post. I think it's pretty cool, and listening to how John Mueller explained it. Of course, many of you guys knew this already, but it's good to see that again. Google Chrome is out, version 68 at least, and if you update your Google Chrome browser, any HTTP website you go to will look like this. Your connection is not secure. Run. If you're HTTP, it could be secure, but it's not HTTPS. It will say it's not secure because it's not running over HTTPS, and so forth. So this is going to push people to actually go ahead and make their websites HTTPS. Of course, it doesn't really have an impact on your search rankings. There is an HTTPS ranking boost, but it's really almost irrelevant, that ranking boost. Google has dropped, it's no longer available, this tool to submit a URL, not yours, any URL to Google search. They said they've been having technical issues and manipulations and so forth. There was probably some spam and so forth, and they got rid of it. They also got rid of it from here where you type in Google submit URL, and they got rid of it there. The only way to actually get your content into Google, I guess manually, outside of Google crawling and indexing the web naturally through Google bots, is to use a sitemap file, and as well to go ahead and use the fetch and render tool and then submit the URL that way. So you can't submit third-party URLs anymore. Google's People Also Ask feature has seen a 35% increase in the number of times it actually showed up. It actually bumped up drastically, and all the tools are showing that. So this is what it looks like, as you can see over there. And the Mozcash shows a huge jump. Rank Ranger and SEMrush also a huge jump in how often that is actually shown. Google's word count, Google said word count on a specific page is not indicative of quality. Again, a topic we cover many, many times. You don't have to write 1,000 words, 2,000 words for Google to rank that content. It could be a short paragraph or two, and Google can technically rank that content as well. Word count, again, is not indicative of quality. Google said they do not recognize sentiment for search rankings. This is a topic that Google has covered multiple times, and we covered multiple times where Google basically says, no, we don't use sentiment analysis for search ranking purposes. Here's Danny Sullivan saying, no, search does not recognize sentiment. There's no operator to filter by that and so forth, so stop talking about it. Google also says sometimes SEOs make up their own theories to suit their own agendas, and I've seen this time and time again. Not going to get into detail, but here's Gary from Google saying, I said this many times, and I'm sure John Mueller said this too, that theories are there because accepting things as is hard. So people come up with stuff that fits their agenda. It also does not help that we patent things that we never use, but people take them for granted anyway. Again, I'm not surprised by him saying that. I definitely see that to be true in some cases on the internet. And then a follow-up to that is Google said they don't have time to debunk all these theories and myths. It's not scalable. And of course, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Google has showing, I'm not sure if it's currently true, I should check right now, that if you do a search for free dictionary, Google's showing their dictionary result above the free dictionary, which is a branded trademark term. So if I do a search for free dictionary, let's see what happens. Yeah. It gives you the direction, their feedback. And not only that, if I actually searched in here, it would actually, back then, I'm not sure if it does it now, it would actually put it into there, which is kind of like a bug. I hope they fixed that by now. Google Image is testing a white tiled design. This is similar to what you see on the mobile search results, but on desktop, they're actually testing the same type of look. So this is what it looks like for me right now, just basic results. But in mobile, and now also on desktop, they're testing this with titles and tiled version. Again, this is something they launched on the mobile version months and months ago, and now it looks like they're testing it on desktop. Talking about white, Google launched a new, and this is fully live, white look for the local knowledge panels. So here is what it looks like over here. As you can see, it's white as opposed to the blue. White as opposed to the blue. Google Hotel Search is testing average prices and so forth, price insights. So if you take a look at this, it would have this thing about explore insights and pricing. You click on it, it gives you the price insights section, and there you can actually see other comparing hotels and their prices, how it compares on the scale, and it goes through all the different price evaluations around those hotel prices. Again, this is a test, pretty cool. I hope they do launch it. It would be nice to see. And Google's testing also a new hotel search result layout. where it's less boxy but more like curvy. It actually shows in a more compact mobile-like view. So there you can see that as well. I'm not seeing it, but there are people who are able to replicate that. Google Ads has updated the landing page parameter options. This is because of changes that are upcoming in terms of parallel tracking. So they have this new thing where you can actually add URLs here, add the final URL suffix and custom parameters right in there. It makes it a little bit easier for people to understand, especially with the upcoming changes that are happening. On sad news, the search community is heartbroken. I cannot. This one has hit the search community incredibly hard. We have many people we've lost over the years. Some to natural causes, some to mental causes and suicide and so forth. And this one has really taken a toll. Jordan, who's really been part of the search industry since he was a kid. He spoke at many events. He's written across Search Engine Land, Search Engine, all over the place on the internet. He's friends with so many people. He's no longer with us. He leaves behind a widow and his son, and a young son. And there's a GoFundMe page. There's a lot of things out there. Definitely take a look at this post. Contribute there, and do what you can to help a friend. And talking about that, helping a friend, there is an SEO chat on Twitter, hashtag the SEO chat community, that's talking about depression within the industry and how to deal with it, especially if you work from home. So definitely take a look at that. Jenny has written that, and she goes through different topics around depression and anxiety and so forth by having to work for yourself, maybe working from home, and specifically around the SEO industry. So definitely take a look at that, and reach out to me if I can help in any way, or reach out to any of us in the search community. We're willing to help in any way possible. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. Today is July 27th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.